Hey, my name is Deja. For those that don't know me, you may know me off of my TikTok at Deja Says So, or I own a business called Sincerely Sanguine, which is a mental health slash wellness brand. Um, so on my TikTok, a video of mine went viral recently, out of the many other viral videos, where I was discussing how I made a vision board, a virtual vision board, and as a result of me making a virtual vision board, I now am the mentee of a New York Times bestselling author. And a lot of people were asking me, well, how do you make a virtual vision board? So this is my way of teaching you how to make a virtual vision board. Just for context, I'm going to insert those videos or the TikToks of me explaining the process or like what transpired out of me making that virtual vision board. And in this video, I'll also teach you how to make your own virtual vision board, which is kind of significant if this is something that you want to do, because we're approaching New Year's Day, like the new year. And I don't know, I feel like that's just something people do when we're approaching the new year, is make vision boards. But obviously you can make a vision board whenever. I made my vision board in the middle of summer just for fun. And as a result, a lot transpired. So we can get started. If you ever needed a reason or a sign to take vision boards seriously, here it is. Okay, so I had made this video about creating virtual vision boards on January, February, March, April. This is the full vision board. So pause it, do what you need to do to see the full vision board. One of the things on my vision board was my black belt. I'm gonna hide my full name, but I ended up getting my black belt, I think a couple months after I got my black belt in July. But I feel like that was kind of in the works. But then the miraculous happened. Okay, so in June, I posted this video about a financial literacy book that I was reading, which was called Get Good with Money. I posted the video not thinking anything of it, but then the views started jumping. So I get a DM from the author like, oh, I see a spike in sales. I want to meet you. Are you from New Jersey? I'm from Boston. But I was going to be in New Jersey for that weekend for a conference, and then this happened. But I'm out of time, so come back for part 2. So this is part 2 of my vision board story. I only have 2 hands, so it's kind of hard to see. So if you look in the corner, I had put the book that I was reading in the corner. But I had put it there just thinking like, my goal is to finish the book. Not thinking that the author of the book would reach out to me because of a TikTok that I made about their book. I made it to New Jersey for the conference with my sister with the understanding that, okay, I'm gonna do this conference and then the last day we're gonna meet the author of the book. So we get through the conference, good old time, super fun, learned a lot of information. And then it's the day that we meet her. I'll skip the mundane details of that part, but ultimately she like sat with us for a good hour, 2 hours, just talking to us. I ended up getting a signed copy of the book. It was my book, but she signed my copy of the book. She brought my sister one and signed it too. And we ended up making a TikTok together, which was like super fun. So I come home, months pass by, and then she texts me, come back for part 3. So this is part 3 of my vision board story. So where we left off is I gave a book review on TikTok that went viral. The author reached out to me. We met and I came home and now she texted me. Great. So months went by and it's September, early September, and I get a text message. Keep in mind, I'm sick. I'm sick at this point. So I'm laying in bed like half alive pretty much. And she texts me and we're like going back and forth. And then she says like, oh, do you want to be on my podcast? I would love to have you on my podcast. I was literally, so I said, yes, of course I would love to be on your podcast. So early September, I filmed the podcast with them. The podcast is right there. And I got such a positive response. People were saying that I like inspired them and they loved that episode that I was on. The irony is I haven't even listened to it yet. So yeah, this all stemmed from a vision board. So yeah, start your vision board now, yesterday. So the format of how I created my virtual vision board, I started with finding the images on Pinterest. I didn't do this before, but I'm going to do this now, teaching you. I'm going to consolidate all of my visions in one folder on Pinterest. Then I'm going to take those pictures, bring them into Canva, and organize them in a manner that I find pleasing or that I would find cute for my my laptop computer. And then I'm going to show you how to export it and make it your own screensaver. And you can use it for your computer or your phone or wherever you like. If you have an iPad, I'm not an iPad girl, but if you have an iPad, it could be used on there too. So step one is go to Pinterest.com and just start looking for images that align with what you want your vision to be or your future year to look like. For example, I'm going to be locking my hair, so I'm adding locks to my vision board. And I created a separate folder where I save that image, and I just keep doing the same thing over and over again, keep searching through Pinterest and finding images. I don't know why I was obsessed with that image, but I didn't end up doing anything with it. I ended up going to a separate folder that I have and looking for inspiration there. I have like a regular manifestation folder that I use often. And I said that obviously I don't see wedding in my 2023 year. But yeah, this is just all the stuff that I want to manifest for my future. And I added the money. This one I added because I intend to add it to my virtual vision board. But yeah, it's very open. If you have an idea, just think of what image could represent that idea and try to find it. So if you want to travel, look for passports. I found this image, but I was like, maybe I want to solo travel, so I'm probably not going to have like a bunch of passports in my vision board. So I wanted to look for a singular passport. I also own a business and I want to be 30 under 30, within 30 under 30, or just have a successful business. I want to get deeper into the Bible, like strengthen my relationship with God. So I added a Bible image. I want to visit Portland, Oregon. So I found an image of Portland, Oregon. I've also been reading All About Love by Bell Hooks, and I'm asking for the other two books for Christmas / my birthday. So I was going to add that as well. And also I was looking for healing. I was going to look up therapy, but I was just like, okay, keep it simple. Also, green juices, want to be healthy. I want a juicer, possibly. I'm still thinking about it. In a master's program. I'm currently in a master's program, but it's a certification. So I want to finish that with honors. So I was looking up like master's certificates and stuff like that. This is the finished product. I was just pointing out that you should make sure that the formatting is desktop dimensions so that it can actually fit on your desktop. For this part, I was just showing you how to take the images. So you go on Pinterest, you find an image that you want, copy it, then you paste it into the document. This was the old vision board that I used. If you have Canva Pro, you can take the background off, but if you just go on bg.com or background remover website, it'll do the same thing. It's just more work. But honestly, it doesn't really matter. Most of those pictures in my vision board did not have the background removed, so that really does not even matter. And you just add it in a way that makes sense to you, like format it. I did that completely by accident. Then you export it. You can export it as a PNG or a JPEG. Wait for it to load. It's loaded. You go to your background, set background. Play with it so that it fits to the background or fits in a manner that looks nice. I hated that stretched look, so I changed it. And you can make that any color you want if it doesn't fit perfectly. And there it is. That is your background. So that's how I created my own virtual vision board, and I hope that was helpful for you. Hopefully that can be your activity to bring in the new year. I found it helpful, and to see my visions actually come into fruition was amazing. And to see them still coming into fruition is amazing. I just feel like that vision board that I created was very vague, and I want to be more specific bringing into the new year. But yeah, you hear a lot of people, even Tabitha Brown was talking about her vision board and how she mentioned an Emmy or put Emmy on her vision board, and now she's nominated for an Emmy. So yeah, don't knock vision boards. I thought before vision boards were a crock, if I'm being completely honest, because people are always like, oh, put your stuff on a vision board. And me, I am more of a visual person, but I don't know. Like when you say things, automatically my brain is just like, okay. Like I am more receptive to like writing things out and watching, to like journaling to see if it transpires. So to see it, like to see something that I thought I was doing just for fun come into fruition was crazy. What am I trying to say? So yeah, do a vision board because you never know what can come of it. Or just have faith in your visions that they will transpire, or even if they don't transpire in your timing, if they're supposed to happen, they will happen. There's one more thing that I want to say, but I can't think of it. Hold on, let me sit with it. Vision board. Oh, okay. So everything I've ever wanted or set my mind out to, I've always gotten. So if it was in alignment with me or what was supposed to happen for me, it has happened. It may not look like how I wanted it to look, but it has happened. And when I was younger, I would always say, I always get what I want. I always get what I want. But I would say that in relation to like my youngest sister, like when we would go at it and she would like tell on me, I would always like whisper, I always get what I want. Because it was true, I did always get what I want, but I had that belief that I was going to get what I wanted. Not like in a spoiled way, I just knew I was going to get what I wanted. So if you have that same mentality, like no matter what, I'm going to get what I want, you're going to get what you want. So yeah, if you create a vision board, tag me in it because I want to see. Like a lot of people on TikTok were asking me, can you show me how to do it? So here it is. And I hope this is really helpful. Again, like, follow. You can find me on Deja Says So on TikTok here, or you can follow my business account at Sincerely Sanguine, or come to sincerelysanguine.com because that's where I post all like my self-care stuff. There's playlists, there's vision boards, there's blog posts, all that good stuff.